Oh, I forgot to say this in the beginning. Yes, I am wearing a star on my face. It is supposed to be there. Hey everyone, it's Natalie, also known as Knitty Natty. Welcome to episode 220 of the Love in Stitches podcast. Today I am coming to you from Eugene, Oregon. We have found this little park that is relatively quiet on a Wednesday morning. You're definitely going to hear some birds, maybe the occasional car passing by, but we thought this was like a good kind of foresty area to represent the Pacific Northwest. It has been raining a lot and we have a break in the rain. So while the seat is wet that I'm sitting on, I have a towel and I kind of got my projects in the driest spot possible on this picnic table here. I think we're gonna be okay. I don't want to jinx it because last week was so wild with all of the getting up and down and rain and everything like that. I am wearing a Musselburgh hat today, a Musselburgh hat by Isolde Teague. I will link the exact one down below. I think this is the second Musselburgh I ever made. And I used a hand-dyed yarn out of Australia that I bought in New Jersey, but I really love this one. I just decided to wear this one today to switch things up. I haven't sent this one home yet. As soon as I get my alpaca one that's like that beige color all finalized and done, I will be keeping one hat only in the car and sending this one home because there's just not enough space for all of that. Now, this past week, we spent most of our time in Portland. So the thumbnail that you see may be Portland. I haven't decided yet. We might get one here, or we may just keep the Portland one that we took. We did a lot of yarny things with the Rose City Yarn Crawl. You may have seen that video already, and that kind of shaped my projects this week. I've been really working on my blanket, trying to get it all caught up, so stay tuned. And then other than that, I've just been going to my easiest projects. So let's start here with what has gotten a ton of work this week. I actually switched it over to a new project bag because it was getting too big for the zipper project bag I had it in before. And this is one that I picked up on the Rose City Yarn Crawl. I think I got it at Close Knit, and it's from CH Eliza Knits. I think that's their Instagram, but I don't believe they sell online, just at Close Knit. So if you're in the Portland area or you want to call them, I think they will ship. I love this bag. So I have been working on the Traveler's Loop. Where do I want to set this? It's okay if it gets a little wet. That's totally fine. I have added, where is my marker? I think I've almost doubled what I did since last week. My little teacup, or no, I'm sorry, that's a ramen, isn't it? I put a little ramen marker in for the Pacific Northwest. I was keeping an eye out for any like big trees or, I don't know, an umbrella or rain or something like that. I wanted to find a stitch marker that felt like the Pacific Northwest, and I didn't really see anything. I don't remember seeing anything, but that's okay. So I've just been trucking away on this. Last I measured, which was yesterday, I had just reached 7 inches. I've worked on it a little more since then, so hopefully I've made it to like maybe 7 1/4, 7 1/2. It's a pretty slow moving, but this is very promising that I will be finished this week because all of the last 4 weeks that I've been working on it, I've managed to do between 2 and 3 inches. So cross your fingers that I will be able to finish this week and then block it. I have this much left of my main skein. The other one I'm using is kind of in different little bits and bobs and pieces, so kind of looks like this. I also have, oh gosh, it's a tangle mess. I also have a swatch in here. If I need to unravel it, it's all still intact. So I've just been hanging on to all the yarn because I want to make this exactly the same size as the previous one that I made. So this is a pattern from Dawn Barker. It is written for learning to helical knit with 2 different colors. So I'm just doing 1 color, 2 skeins, 1 color, but I'm still doing the knitting and the purling. So I'm still helical knitting. And even when I run out of that second skein, I think I'm still going to split my first skein so I can continue to helical knit. I don't want to switch back over to non-helical knitting. Well, I guess it wouldn't matter. I'm worried it will make a jog if I just switch back over to just doing like a knit round and a purl round and always changing that knit and purl stitch in the same place. The cool thing about helical knitting is it moves it every round and it makes it really like you can't tell at all where you're switching. So I want to maintain that for the rest of the thing. I think that's it for this one. Nothing super exciting. The alpaca hat that I have been, the muscle hat that I've been wearing in a lot of my posts lately because one, it's been cold, and two, I need to wash my hair. My hair has not been doing the greatest in this area of the country. It's feeling really, really greasy. So I've been wearing hats a lot to cover it up. So that one is going to match it. Then I will have my alpaca gloves and I will have my full set complete before I can move on to the next thing in my intentional wardrobe, which is going to be a spring top of some kind, TBD. The next thing that I put a lot of work into this week is my Hexie blanket. Now, it is so big that only the blanket now will fit in here when I kind of roll it up and everything. So the rest of my yarn is still in the van. So let me get it out so you can kind of see. Maybe I'll step back. Like literally nothing else is in here except for the hook and the tools I need to weave in ends. I have added so much to this blanket. I had, I don't know, maybe 16 left to add from previous purchases prior to Oregon and I wanted to do that before I got to Oregon. That did not happen, but I am happy to say I am caught up now. I now have about 26, I think I counted 26 yarns from Oregon from the Rose City Yarn Crawl. There were 8 stores on that crawl and several of them had mini skeins, and I also went to a handful of other Oregon shops. So I have been going a little bit wild. I'm feeling a little shopped out at the moment, but I was able to get all of those wound because what had happened before is I hadn't been able to wind yarn when I went to Yarny Raw, and then I kind of had a bottleneck of like, I couldn't work on those, so I couldn't work on the ones that I had gotten after, and so I was just collecting yarns but not adding them to the blanket. So I feel so much better now. I spent 2 hours at my friend Courtney's winding yarn. Thank you, Courtney, for allowing me to use your ball winder and stay at your house for so long and just get all that wound up. That feels really, really good. So let me back up and show you. Oh, and also I finished another ring around the blanket. So this is worked in Hexies. I'm gonna make sure it doesn't touch the mud. There are also a lot more people here now, so they're like looking at me like, what are you doing? Okay, here it is. And I posted a picture on my Instagram of me with this on my lap, and it's basically as long as my legs right now. It's kind of like a good lap size, so I am gonna keep going around. So let me get this folded up, because yeah, I don't want this to touch, but I also wanna show you, how am I gonna do that? Let me just hold it in my lap for now, and we'll see if I can show all of the colors. But essentially, I finished the 5th ring around, and each ring has 6 more Hexies than the previous one, because this is it's not a ring, it's a Hexie, basically. It's not a circle, rather. And this past one had 30, and in total, I have 91 Hexies in my blanket. I actually have a few more now because I've started on the 6th ring. So I made sure to update my project page with all of the Hexies that I've done. I include a picture with the dyer and the colorway name and the state, because I want to be able to remember all of that because I'm sending everything home that's a leftover for right now. Oh, I forgot to say this in the beginning. Yes, I am wearing a star on my face. It is supposed to be there. Ken said it looked weird. He said it looked like food, and he asked if I had any other colors, but I just bought a new pack of Starface and they're all yellow. That's their like signature color, I think. And it's for pimples and it works great. It's great because you don't have to, like, it keeps you kind of from picking it. It lets it kind of heal and it pulls everything out. Would recommend. Anyway, where was I on this blanket? I updated my project page and I included like how many Hexies I have in total, how many are in each ring, because I kind of wanted to see if I would close another whole thing around with just the yarns I got in Oregon, and the answer is I won't. So I have 36 Hexies in the next go around, and I think I bought about 26 different yarns to add. So I will be close, but not quite. So let's see if I can share with you these colors without totally getting this blanket dirty and wet. I'm trying to keep it really, really nice. You know, eventually it's gonna have to get a, oops, I don't need to update my photos. Eventually it's gonna have to get a wash, but I don't wanna do that till the end. Okay, so I am doing a better job now at marking where I was before. Here we go. So I think I marked the first, see, I still don't remember exactly what I did. I think I marked the first hexie I did since the last podcast. So let's see. We have this one. This one is, okay, so we're gonna start in Arkansas because I was so far behind. So let me scroll back. Okay, so this one is Arkansas Yarn Company, Rose Gold. This one is also Arkansas Yarn Company, but this is the one that we got in our goodie bag at the private event, which was so fun. Oh wait, I'm going the wrong way, I think. I am going the wrong way. Excuse me. This would be the next one. This is the Knitty Natty colorway, the special one we did with Arkansas Yarn Co., which means I finished a sock so that I could add this into the blanket. Okay, now we're gonna rotate this way. This one is another Arkansas one. It is from Dying Cat Yarns, and it is called Stormy Night. Then we're gonna get into our Hot Springs, Arkansas ones. Hopefully you can still hear me, sorry. Let me scroll down. Okay, this blanket is getting too wily. Okay, this one is from Hot Springs Fiber Co., and it is called West Mountain. That's the mountain in Hot Springs that the store actually looks out to and you can see. Also from Hot Springs Fiber Co. This one is called French Garden. I love this base. Then we move on to my last Arkansas one. This one was actually just a gift from my friend Emily, who is not a professional yarn dyer, but did dye this yarn and then gifted me some leftovers to add to my blanket, which was very appreciated. Sorry, I can't even speak. Now we're gonna move to Texas. So this is Moondrake. So they are an Oklahoma-based yarn dyer, but I did buy the yarn in Texas at the Modern Skein, and this was one of their 5th anniversary colorways. They had like a whole fade, and this was the second colorway. It's the only one they had left, so I grabbed it. This one is from Texas as well, and also I bought it at the Modern Skein. It is Red Stag Fiber Co., and this is called Abby's yarn. And the cool thing about this colorway is that the dyer, Josh, created it as a fundraiser for his friend whose daughter has leukemia. And so for each skein that's sold, they send over $10 from the whole skein over to them to help with medical expenses. So that's always a good one to pick up if you see Red Stag Fiber at a show or anything. It's a beautiful colorway, but also it's a good cause. All right, we are moving into, nope, one more Texas one. This one I got in Houston at, I think it was called Yarn Boutique. And this is from the knitting artist. It is called Clouded Winter Whispers. Okay, we're gonna move to another state, New Mexico. We drove through New Mexico. We didn't do any yarny things this time because we did so many last time. But my friend Leah gifted me this mini. No, it wasn't a mini. She wound off 20 grams for me of this yarn. It's Long Dog Yarn, who is a New Mexico dyer, and it is the White Sands colorway. And we went to White Sands National Park while we were in New Mexico, so that was really fun. So there's just one New Mexico one, but in the blanket there are tons of other ones. Okay, rotate. Now we're getting into Arizona. I've got a few from Arizona here. The first one is this one. I think this is my favorite. This may end up being the Arizona yarn if I end up doing that States blanket. So this one is from Kenya's Knits, and it is called Akatillo. Akatillo is a plant, I guess it's cactus-like because it has pokey things, but I don't think it's actually a cactus. But it has these pokey things on it, and then in the spring it blooms and it's super green. It has these pink flowers on top. We didn't get to see the pink flowers. We just saw the green, but it was still really, really pretty. All right, next up, wait, this doesn't seem right. Did I skip? Oh, I know what happened. This one was the last one of the ring. This one was the first one of the ring. So I didn't just do this one. I started here on my 6th ring. So we're up bumping up a level, and I think I just have a few more left to show. I just finished adding in everything non-Oregon last night, and I'm so proud of myself. It was a lot to catch up on. So I've got a stitch marker in here to mark that this is the first hexie of the ring, so I can just be paying attention to where, how far I'm getting. This is another Arizona yarn from Kenya's Knits. This was the Birdhouse sock set. This is the main color. And then this was the mini that came with it. I just thought it was so cheery, I wanted to add it in. Last Arizona yarn, oh, I haven't put them in here yet. Hold on, I have them on, I haven't put the pictures in yet because I need to take them because it was dark last night, but I have them on my project page. This one right here, I thought was very fun for Arizona. All the colors and everything that you see. This one is from Twisty Desert Dames, and it is a one of a kind, and it is one of my only, it is my only right now, what's it called? Tweed yarn. You can't see it very much because the tweed kind of like looks like another color in here. It's like blues and reds, but it is very fun to be in there. Now we're finally moving on to California. I've got, I think, 3 from California, and then I'm ready to do my Oregon yarns. So the first one I got in Southern California in San Diego at Apricot Yarns, and this is Laser Sheep Yarns. The colorway is Fish Are Friends, Not Food. Then this one I got at Old Orcutt Yarnery in Orcutt, California, and this was gifted to me by the shop owner. It is their line of yarn, which has not yet come out yet, but it is coming soon, and the colorway is called Painted Cave, which I believe is a spot there in the city or in the town or something. I can't remember exactly. I think it's something that you can go to. We did not stick around to visit except for the yarn store, so I'm not 100% sure. And then last one, this one I got at Monarch Knitting it's not in Monterey, it's in the city next to Monterey, but I got this colorway called Magic Purple Carpet. The Magic Purple Carpet is a like a flower plant kind of thing that comes out at some point in the year, and the pictures look just like this color, so that was a perfect one to buy. All right, so that's it. How many did we do this week? I kind of want to count. So from rose gold, from 81 to 97, so like 16 or 17, that's quite a bit. So it's looking like if I can continue at the same pace, I might get like halfway through my Oregon yarns over the next week, fingers crossed. We are going to be going to a lot of yarn stores coming up because we're going on another yarn crawl. I don't know exactly how I'm going to feel about like buying stuff there because I do have so much right now in the backlog, but we'll see. I do have several pairs of socks on the needles, but I really only worked on one this week and I barely worked on it at all. It was just this one, my Arkansas Yarn Co. Knitty Natty sock, and I mainly wanted to finish it because I wanted to be able to use it on my blanket. So I finally found my marker and I finished up the toe, and then that's it. I haven't even cast on, oh gosh, almost lost it to the mud. I haven't even cast on my second sock yet. So I may be doing that at some point this week. I do have 2 other socks going, so I kind of need to dwindle down my socks here and not have so many going on at once because then they don't really get worked on. But that's really it as far as projects go this week. But I did have a couple other items that I got that I wanted to show you. If you want to see everything from the Rose City Yarn Crawl, I talk about it throughout that video. So you'll get to see like a tour of one shop and then, or like a kind of an overview of one shop and then what I got at that store, overview of the shop, what I got at that store. So I'm not including any of that here, but I did get a couple other things, mostly that were gifted to me. So I wanted to share that with you. So let's see. The first thing that I got was this really cool project bag from my friend Nicole. It's got all of the different national parks on it, which I'm really excited about. It's perfect for our adventures. It's got 2 snaps like that, a nice big loop that I could, attach it onto Toaster's leash or something. And then Nicole is from Seattle, so she brought me 2 yarns from Washington from Smutzarella. So I can add these guys into my blanket, which will be really, really fun. I did not wind those up yet. I need to do that. I'm saving Washington yarns for after Oregon, or maybe after California, if I end up adding in California ones. Now, the other things I got is I got to meet the lovely ladies of Coven Collective, and they gave me a skein of yarn, which is already wound and like stuffed way into my bag, and I didn't want to get that out because after I wound all of the yarns through the blanket, I kind of put them in reverse, back into the bag in reverse order. So anything at the bottom is going in last, anything at the top is going in first, and I didn't want to mess with that. So you'll see that when I get to it in the blanket. But they did gift me a couple of bags. So this little zipper pouch is super fun and Halloweeny. They are out of Washington. It's a group of 4 friends. How cute is this? It's a group of 4 friends that dye yarn and make project bags and other things. And then they gifted me this bag, which is just perfect for me. I love it. I love the color pink, and also that spring is coming up will be great. It's got a nice handle on it and stars on the inside. So I really, really love that. And then, oh, the last one I left in the car, maybe I can I'll get a video of it to put over this, but it's another yarn. And I got to meet Anna Lynn of Safari Crochet. Anna Lynn was making these like custom crochet hooks and is no longer doing that, but has has been dyeing yarn. And I can't remember, I didn't get a super clear, actually, I just really can't remember because I talked to a lot of people and I'm trying to keep all the facts in my head. But I know she dyed the yarn that she gifted me, and it's really, really pretty. It's called like strawberry something. Again, I've already wound it up. I'm going to be putting it into my blanket as an Oregon yarn. But stay tuned because I think she's maybe thinking about dyeing yarn to sell. All right, I think that's everything as far as projects and things that have come into my stash, except I have been to some other yarn stores, but I'm going to talk about that in the next segment. It is time to open up another amazing box from Woolen Women Fibers. They do a subscription box every single month, and the theme changes every single month. The overall theme is that we're kind of on this adventure together, traveling around. You might have seen the box that I collaborated on with them in January, it was the greatest yarny adventure, and it was kind of outdoorsy themed. Then we went in March to a fantasy world, and we did the Wonderful Wizard of Wool. And for April, we are going, and forgive me because I don't know a lot about this, to Cherry Blossom Lane. This is an Anne of Green Gables themed box, and each box is fully immersive. So when I open this up, I can smell like the sweet flowers. It's so pretty. There are a ton of stickers in this one. The clear ones are especially, fun and cool. This is just a little bit of what comes in. There's always some like extra little goodies in there, but you can always expect some yarn, and you can choose DK or fingering weight. And here is the colorway. It's called Cherry Blossoms, and it's so, so pretty. Each box also comes with a pattern, either knit or crochet. Again, you can specify on your thing. And it comes with a download code for that pattern or the printed pattern as well. I think both, actually. So this is the crochet one. These really pretty coasters. I don't know what I'm going to do with mine just yet. And then it always comes with stitch markers from Sam's Tiny Trinkets. And if you are a fan of Anne of Green Gables, you're gonna die for these. Look at the hat and the bird. Again, I'm sorry, I don't know much about this theme, Anne of Green Gables, but I can still appreciate it. I still really like it. Then there is a candle, and I learned after last time that the candle scent is written on the card because I'm ridiculous. So here is the candle. It's a soy wax candle, and it really closes well. But look, it's got these like flowers in it. So pretty. So the candle is Cherry Blossom, and it says all the essential oils that are in it. And then there's also this month a lanolin lotion bar called, what does it say? Floral Fields. Oh my gosh, that's probably what I'm smelling. It smells just like flowers. It's so, so good. And again, all the ingredients are in there so you know what it is. And then one last thing, a lovely little project bag. This one's got a box bottom and kind of a curved top, which is really fun. And the inside looks like this. So if you are interested in these boxes, whether it's this one or you want to follow along and see what's coming up, definitely make sure to follow Woolen Women Fibers on Instagram. And if you're interested in purchasing, feel free to use my link down below. It is an affiliate link, which just means at no extra cost to you, you are helping me out. I think there may be a small discount. I can't remember right now, but I will have them linked down below. I love Woolen Women Fibers. It's been so great to work with them, and their yarn and their especially stitch markers from Sam are just amazing. Kent just reminded me that I have this one to give away from Woolen Women Fibers. This was from my Getting Knit Done video where I organized everything. So Dee Dee Walker, you are the winner of this lovely Woolen Women Fibers box from March. If you will send me an email at knittynatty@gmail.com with your address, that would be amazing, and I will get this sent out to you. When I last talked to you, we were in Central California, I think, or was it Northern California? I think we had just gotten to the Redwoods in Northern California, so we were really close to the Oregon border. Then after a couple of days, we crossed into Oregon all the way up to Portland and did the Rose City Yarn Crawl. So basically our entire last week is in video form somewhere. We have the whole entire Yarn Crawl video up, and then we did that for 2 days, and then we kind of explored Oregon for 2 days. So the vlog you're going to see today, excuse me, the vlog you're going to see in the podcast today is from last Saturday. So during the yarn crawl, but not doing many yarny things. Okay, one yarn store. But we drove out to the coast, and we, as in Kent and Addie and Devin of Ruby and Roses, we were staying in an Airbnb together. So we went out to the coast. We saw a few things. We got some food. We saw a yarn store. You're going to see all that in there. And then we came back into Portland, met up with some Love and Stitches members, got some food. It was great. And then on Sunday, we also just did, you know, a few Portland things like, well, I'll just let you see in the vlog. But this vlog is going to be mostly just kind of music and sites and maybe a little bit of text. So please enjoy that. And then I'll be back with a couple other things that went on this week.
Spin me around and around, turn me upside down. Spin me around and around, let me feel. Spin me again and again, till I'm upside down. Calling again and again, my name. Hold me, tell me I'm not dreaming. I'm not dreaming. Hold me, tell me I'm not dreaming. I'm not dreaming. Hold me, tell me I'm not dreaming. I'm not dreaming. Tell me I'm the only one. I've been lost and found. I've been on the ground. I've been hiding out while shouting out. You had opened up. Oh, spin me around and around, turn me upside down. Spin me around and around, let me feel. Spin me again and again, till I'm upside down. Calling again and again, my name. Hold me, tell me I'm not dreaming. I'm not dreaming. Hold me, tell me I'm not dreaming. I'm not dreaming. Hold me, tell me I'm not dreaming. I'm not dreaming. Tell me I'm the only one. I've been in the cold. I've been digging gold. I've been crying out, been lying about everything but now. Oh, spin me around and around, turn me upside down. Spin me around and around, let me feel. I've been hiding out while shouting out. You would open up. Oh, spin me around and around, turn me upside down. Spin me around and around, let me feel. Spin me again and again, till I'm upside down. Calling again and again, my name. Hold me, tell me I'm not dreaming. I'm not dreaming. Hold me, tell me I'm not dreaming. I'm not dreaming. Hold me, tell me I'm not dreaming. I'm not dreaming. I'm not dreaming. I'm not dreaming.
So a few things that we did not capture this week are going to the redwoods. The redwoods were absolutely amazing. It was raining almost the entire time we were there, so we did not get to hike or even see a lot of the roads that we wanted to go on. Some of them were closed because of snow or because of rain or fallen trees. So we definitely want to go back to that. But we did see some really incredible sights. The trees, you just can't even imagine how big they are. There is a picture that we have of me standing next to one of the biggest trees, one of the giant ones, and you can like barely see me. I am a speck for compared to the tree. Something else really fun that happened while we were in Crescent City, which is one of the northern cities in the kind of Redwoods Parks area, is we were going to Walmart to do a little bit of grocery shopping, and I ran into somebody that knew me. They were like, "Are you Natalie?" And I'm like, yes. And I was super awkward and weird. And then I found them on Instagram and was like, "Hey, let's make up that exchange. And will you come join us at the coffee shop?" So we actually went to a coffee shop and knitted and crocheted and hung out for a bit, which was really, really nice and kind of a special, little spontaneous thing that happened over the last week. We also went to a yarn store in Crescent City called By My Hand. It's a newer store, less than 2 years old, and we really enjoyed talking to the owner. I got a little bit of video and film of what that store looks like. And I also bought a couple things. So they have mostly commercial yarns, I think almost entirely. I don't think there was any hand-dyed yarns, but I did want to pick up some crochet cotton, or sorry, dishcloth cotton. So I got a couple of things. This is a mess in here actually. Let me pull out the one. Here we go. So I got some cotton to do some dishcloths. We are learning to crochet in the membership this month, so this is perfect to have. And then I also got some scrubby yarn. So I like to make these scrubbies with tulle, but I thought I would try this. I don't know if I'm gonna love it. I kind of got like excited and bought it, and then I was like, wait, do I really want to use that? So we'll try it out. The strap owner said, you can scrub dishes with them and throw them in the dishwasher. And not that we have a dishwasher now, but I like that I'm able to be really hard on them and actually use them to wash dishes. So if I try that out, I'll let you know here, of course. And then in Portland, I can't remember if this got put into the vlog or not, but it definitely was a highlight of my week. We got to meet up with Love and Stitches members. There are just a ton of them in the Portland and Seattle area. I want to say, even though everyone was there for the Rose City Yarn Crawl, more people were from the Seattle area than from the Portland area. So we all got to gather and chat, and it was really, really great. I want to try to do that more if we can plan ahead. It's just been really hard this whole trip, planning ahead and knowing where we're going to be. I want to try to do that more, especially for our Love and Stitches members. And then the last thing, just yesterday, when we got into Eugene, we went to another yarn store called Cozy. And this is a yarn store that I've been to before and I really, really love. It is really close to campus in Eugene. And we went into the store and there was a ton of local Oregon yarn to choose from. So I did end up getting some. It's not locally dyed. It's actually Madeline Tosh, but the color is so pretty and it's called Tracktown USA, I think is what it's called, for Eugene. And so I'll be excited to add that into the blanket, and I will of course share that with you then. I just saw how cold I look in the video. I am very cold. It's like 46 degrees and I can't really wear my jacket because it rustles. So I have my hands underneath my knees, as I'm crossing my legs to keep them warm. I guess I could go get my gloves, but we're almost done, so it's okay. So this past week, the newest video is the Rose City Yarn Crawl video, which I know I've mentioned several times, but we had a great time on the yarn crawl. If you are somebody who is like, I just watched the podcast, I'll let you know, it's one of the best yarn crawls we've ever been on. If you have some extra time this week to watch that video and see all the stores, I think you'll be really impressed with how the yarn crawl is put on. I mean, it's really well organized and jam-packed with different trunk shows and all kinds of different things to go to. It was super, super fun. Next week, we're going to have another yarn crawl video because it's official. We are going on the Bay Area yarn crawl. We're actually making our way back down south to the Bay Area in California, and we are going to attempt to go to all 21 stores. So this is a longer yarn crawl because of the size of it and the spread of the yarn crawl. So it starts on March 14th, I want to say, March 15th, and it goes through the 24th. And we are going to be going to all the stores between the 15th and the 19th, I think. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Now, since we're moving super, super fast through all these stores, I have not taken the time yet to plan out any kind of social things. I want to say it's maybe not likely that we will do that, but if I do come up with something last minute or know somewhere we're going to be for a while, I'll make sure to post it on my Instagram. Other than that, if you happen to see us at a store, please say hi. We would absolutely love that. We're probably going to be moving pretty fast, trying to film all of the stores so that we can share them with you. The cool thing about it being a longer yarn crawl is that we'll be able to get the video up before the yarn crawl is over. So if you're somebody who lives in the area, you can see all that's in store for you. Maybe not all, because I know they have trunk shows happening on specific days too, but at least kind of get a sneak peek at all of the different stores. So I'm excited for that. It should be fun. It's going to be wild. And again, my yarn buying, we'll just have to see, because I just bought a lot of yarn and I'm not in the mood to buy yarn, at least at this moment. But if there's a really special show colorway, I'm going to be tempted, to add that to my blanket, because come on, it's just way too much fun. The Knit for Food Knit-a-thon is coming up on Saturday, March 23rd. I am so thrilled to tell you that we have met and exceeded our $1,000 fundraising goal for our Love and Stitches group. I'm shocked because the last time I checked was 2 weeks ago and we had raised $500. So just thank you so much to contributing to that cause. If you are joining under our group and donating, as far as I know, I should be able to send you updates and like the email and the Zoom and everything for that Saturday event. But basically the Knit-a-thon is fundraising for 4 different organizations. You can find all about it through the link down below, and is put on by Laura Nelkin. And then on the Knit-a-thon day on Saturday, you're committing to knitting and crocheting all day to fundraise. And I will be making a couple of things, probably cozies like I did last year, to give away to people who are donating underneath Love and Stitches. So you can find out about that all down below. I've also upped our fundraising goal to $2,000 because we have a few more weeks and we're at about, what was it, almost $1,500. So I think we can do it. A new announcement for this week, the Love and Stitches membership is opening up on April 2nd. We only open 3 times a year, and when you sign up, you are joining for 4 months. We call them terms, and we are going to have a lot of fun in this next term. We've already had a great time this year. The Love and Stitches membership is just a really low-cost way to join in socially via your home into the knitting and crochet world. We do a lot of different events. I host at least 2 events every single month, sometimes 3 or 4. This month it's like 5. It just depends on what we're doing. We have a make-along going on all of the time. Sometimes they're 1 month long, sometimes 2 months long. It just depends. We also have a Discord space where you can share your FO photos and ask questions and just again, have a community that is in your phone, right at your fingertips. We also have member-led Zooms every single day of the week for time zones all across the world. We have members in Australia that lead them, members in Europe that lead them, and of course, members all across the time zones here in the United States, Canada, South America, we're global, which is really, really cool. It's very exciting. You can find out more about the Love and Stitches membership, all of the costs and the payment plan options that I have. And make sure if you're interested, you sign up for the wait list because I am only able to grow the membership by so much every single time. So we have limited spots. We have 100 spots that we can fill, and after that it closes. Last time we opened up, it filled with the wait list and I never opened it to the public. So again, just if you're interested, put your email into the waitlist and I'll be sending more information in the coming weeks. Last thing here is Yarn Centric is happening in Frederick, Maryland, May 2nd and 3rd. I have done a terrible job of explaining that I am not going to be there. I wish I was, but we unfortunately have another commitment. It's a good commitment, but we won't be there this year, maybe in 2025, but tickets are still available for Yarn Centric. It is an event that happens adjacent to Maryland Sheep and Wool. Labiana Me is going to be there. You get like special shopping on Thursday night if you sign up for that time, or they have their kind of standard shopping time slots on Friday. All right, that is everything for this episode. Thanks for joining me in beautiful Oregon, and I will see you in the next one. Let me get my hands free. Bye.